Action.
Namaskar, I am Gaurav Bidve and you're watching Boundaries and Beyond Lab. I work at the intersection of psychology and law, where identity, power, and consequence quietly intersect. When students enter law school, they expect to learn everything they need to become a lawyer. Subjects are clear. The syllabus is structured. Exams are defined. And to be fair, law school does teach many important things. You learn how to read judgments. You learn how to interpret statutes. You learn how to think logically. But after a point, many students begin to notice something quietly uncomfortable. They are learning law, but they are not always learning how to be a lawyer. Law school trains you to know the law, but the profession demands something more: the ability to handle situations. A client sitting in front of you is not a case study. They are anxious, confused, sometimes emotional. And in that moment, your role is not just to know the law, it is to understand the person sitting across you. This is rarely taught in classroom because handling people is very different from handling subjects. And this is where many young lawyers feel unprepared. Because knowing the law gives you confidence, but handling people tests that confidence. Sometimes a client is not just looking for a legal answer, they are looking for reassurance, clarity, a sense that someone understands their situation, and that requires something beyond legal knowledge. In law school, questions usually have structure. There is a pattern, an approach, a way to arrive at an answer. But in real life, situations are incomplete. Facts are unclear. Truth is often layered, and sometimes there is no perfect answer, only a decision that must be made despite uncertainty. Over time, lawyers develop a simple habit. They stop waiting for perfect clarity and start working with available clarity. Law is not just intellectual work, it carries emotional weight. You may deal with conflict between families, business disputes, criminal accusations, or deeply personal situations. And over time, these experiences start affecting you. But law school rarely prepares students for this side of the profession. No one teaches you how to process what you hear, how to detach without becoming insensitive, how to stay human without burning out. In the beginning, many lawyers don't even realize this is happening. They carry conversations home. They replay situations in their mind. They think about what they could have said differently. And slowly, the line between professional and personal starts becoming unclear. This is not weakness, it is simply the human side of the profession. Many experienced lawyers quietly build small practices for themselves, taking a pause after intense conversations, speaking to someone they trust, or simply creating space between work and personal life. In college, progress feels visible, marks improve, Semesters move forward. There is a sense of movement. But the legal profession works differently. Growth is slow. Recognition takes time. Trust is built gradually. And sometimes effort does not immediately translate into results. This phase can feel frustrating because no one clearly explains that patience is not optional in this profession, it is required. The lawyers who sustain in this profession are not always the fastest growing ones, but the ones who stay consistent even when growth feels invisible. In law school, learning is guided. There is a syllabus, there are lectures, there are exams. But once you step out, learning becomes your responsibility. No one tells you what to read next. No one tells you what skill to build. You have to observe, ask, make mistakes, reflect. Many young lawyers start with simple steps, observing seniors carefully, asking better questions, taking notes after real experiences, and slowly identifying what the profession is actually demanding from them. Because over time, you begin to understand something important. The profession does not expect knowledge, it expects judgment, the ability to decide what matters, what doesn't, and what needs attention right now. And that clarity only develops through experience and reflection. So, what does law school not teach? It does not fully teach you how to handle people, how to sit with uncertainty, how to carry emotional weight, how to grow patiently, and how to learn without structure. And yet, these are the very things that shape a lawyer's real journey. Law school gives you the language of law, but the profession slowly teaches you the reality behind it. So, if you ever feel that law school did not prepare you enough, you are not alone. Every lawyer in every part of the world learns a significant part of this profession outside the classroom. And that is not a gap, that is part of the journey. And the sooner you understand this, the more grounded your journey in law becomes. In courtrooms, arguments are not just about law, they are also about pressure, timing, presence, and sometimes internal battles that no one else can see. In the next episode, we will explore something rarely spoken about: the psychological battles inside the courtroom. See you again. Thank you.